Crawl. This is an R-rated movie. It came out on the 23rd of August 2019 in the UK. Obviously, this came out about a month ago for the US and other countries, which I was really gutted and had to wait for this movie, of course. But it's an action thriller horror movie around 1 hour and 27 minutes long. It's about a young woman who's attempting to save her father during a Category 5 hurricane. She finds herself trapped in a flooding house and must fight for hers and her father's life against alligators. Well, let's jump straight into the good points. Now, the good points about this movie, in my opinion, is this is one of the surprising movies of the year for sure. A lot of people, I've seen their reviews and they come out saying this is amazing. I don't know why they weren't shown to critics and stuff, which is absolutely right. This movie is so surprising, and a lot of people see the trailer and thought, nah, just looks so unrealistic. But when you go into this movie, you come out with a different opinion. A director named Alexandre Aja, I'm not too sure how you pronounce that, sorry, but he does a great job with this movie. Putting this movie together, it really feels like one of them intense, dramatic movies. Even though it's classed as a horror movie, it's such a great experience. Not only that, we have some great writing and dialogue. The writing for this movie is just well written. It makes it believable, even though the trailer looked unbelievable. When you actually experience the movie in the cinema, the things that feel unbelievable actually are made believable. I think they've done a great job with that. And the dialogue as well, it really calls for some emotional sequences, some obviously comedy moments, obviously some really dramatic moments between the daughter and her father, and I really did enjoy that. And is the scares. I think the scares were really well done in this movie, because there was some that you could predict but still jump out your seat because of the sound and stuff in the cinema. But not only that, there was the ones that were quite unpredictable, which were really well executed. The pacing of the movie was really well done as well, because it did slow down, but then it jumped straight back into them bits which you really need to see, really enjoy, and really find fun. The tone of the movie is one of the key things, I think, because the tone is constantly on edge. You waiting to find out what is going to happen next, and I really feel like the director done a great job with holding that. Technically, this movie was actually quite good. It looks amazing, especially the CGI. I really have to compliment the CGI, because on the alligators, how well they looked, and the weather as well. I really felt like they done a great job with this technically. Cast and the performances, I really have to take mention of the alligators and the weather again, of course. These are key characters for the movie, even though they're not people. They take a key part of this movie, of course, and I like the way they treat the alligators. They didn't treat them like monsters. They really made them feel like animals and creatures, which they are, and I feel that they treated that really well. And the fact they made it believable with the weather, where the water's rising in the home, which would happen out there in America. I've seen so many things happen when it comes to hurricanes, floods. It's absolutely terrible, of course. And obviously the way that alligators actually generally do go around in Florida, sometimes into people's houses, they made that believable. And you think, yeah, how many alligators? Come on, that's unrealistic. And then the water starts rising, then obviously more alligators are coming in, and you find out where they're coming from and stuff like that, which really make it believable and really well done. Barry Pepper, the father of the daughter, and really he has a special performance in this. He was one of the main things about this movie I really did enjoy, because I obviously seen him in so many other films, especially when The Green Mile came out, and he really just steals it in this movie as well. He's such a great character. He's got a nice character arc behind him. He was probably the main character I really cared about in the movie. And then we go on to the daughter, Kaya Scodelario. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, of course, but she is the daughter. Now, you get a quite nice intro to her, obviously being a swimmer, and obviously she needs to use that in this movie, of course, and the relationships with her family and stuff like that. You get a little bit of an intro with her character, which I felt was used quite well. And then obviously how she deals with this, obviously taking responsibility of her father and finding her father and then trying to get them out and stuff. She's a key character for this movie, of course, and I felt like she had a good part to play in this movie, of course, and a lot of people will definitely enjoy her character. It's how it knows what it is and doesn't try to be more than that, because they know if they do that, it could definitely fail, and they know this is a cheesy, just about believable, fun experience in the cinema with alligators, which is quite rare to find. There is some alligator movies out there, but none like this one, in my opinion. Now on to the bad points. Now, the bad points about this movie is some things can feel a bit repetitive in the movie. Like, you're like, okay, right, she's going there, and okay, right, they're going to do this, okay, right, oh, look, an alligator attack, okay, right, and then it goes round again and round again, and sometimes it can feel quite repetitive. And not only that, the way it's structured, you can tell it's precise to the structure, and that can come from two things. That can either be the director really putting that in a certain structure, which can be good but also bad at the same time, or it could be just the editing, how the directors worked with the editor and told him to edit it in a certain way that's so precise to what they wanted. That's how it come out, and that's how it feels. So that could be quite bad or good, however you take it, of course. But not only that, there was a problem which I found. There was one thing that was too unrealistic for me, which is the basement walls. They had holes in the walls. Now this is, if you know, you're known for floods and stuff. I know in the movie they tried to play it out as obviously it's soon to be fixed sort of thing and stuff like that, but obviously, and they used it to look out, to communicate with people that are outside and stuff, which did make for good moments, but it is a bit unrealistic. If you know you got floods there, why would you have holes in your basement? And yeah, it sometimes just feels a bit unrealistic, that part of the movie. But not only that, we have the characters, which I feel like could have been set up a bit better. There is some sort of backstory behind them, and there is some sort of care, but I feel like a bit more could have been needed in this movie just to make it that perfect movie. But still, I feel like they've done a good job of it. So guys, it's rating time. Let's have a look what the critics had to rate this movie. We have IMDb giving it a 6.6 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes giving it a 82%. And Metacritic giving it a 60. My rating for this movie is a 7.8 out of 10. That makes this totally awesome. Overall, guys, this is just a fun cinematic experience. Especially if you've seen it in the cinema, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. This is a thing you have to experience in the cinema. Of course you can experience it at home and enjoy it still, but really the whole cinematic, the whole jump scares, the sounds, and everything you get in the cinema is just so great. Closest similarity I can say to this movie, comparing it to another film, would be either Bait or The Shallows. They're the closest movies to it, really. I think it's so fun, intense, and enjoyable. Also very unique how they approach this movie, and it done what it needed to do for me, guys. Just check it out if you haven't already. This is just a fun movie. So guys, a 7.8 out of 10 for Crawl. Don't forget to let me know your ratings and thoughts in the comment section down below, of course. And guys, if you enjoyed this video, simply smash that thumbs up button. It helps the video out, helps the channel out, and helps me out, which I'm very, very grateful, of course. If you're new here, guys, consider subscribing and hitting that bell for much more awesome movies and TV series content on the channel. So much stuff on the channel and so much more to come on the channel, which I don't want you guys to miss. So subscribe and hit that bell. You will not be disappointed. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. I've been me, you've been you, and I'll see you next time, guys, on Talking with Jay Springer.